Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We are, whoops. There we go. I am not being seen at all by the camera, am I? Hello, Rainbow. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera lined up here, and it's not exactly working how I want it to, but yeah, we'll get there close enough. Well, let me, let's see, I'm going to disappear for a second.
All our songs were about it. A magical place of life without end. A palace of untold wonders.
Okay.
But only for the worthy. So our lives were desperately dedicated.
So we had, yeah.
Pinpoint perspective.
So we have a, this was requested by you. I went ahead and bought the game today, Rainbow, so we'll see what happens. And I apologize I wasn't on last night, but if you were on Twitter this morning, you probably saw why. I had a 5mm kidney stone. I don't know if this will show up on the camera or not. No, it's not going to. No matter how hard I try.
I feel like shit.
But a 5mm kidney stone come out of my body.
Your wound has healed. The pain is from the stasis and will pass within a week. The nausea will linger. Probably intensify.
Yeah, I had a rather large kidney stone. It was the one that bothered me 2 weeks ago. It never came out of my, it came out of my kidney, but never came out of my bladder. So it's been in my bladder. And Friday I started having terrible pains, Friday evening, shortly after I was in that last broadcast of NBA. And yeah, I was miserable.
But you've had a century to plan what to say, and that's it?
So...
How about you screwed up the best deal we ever had, or you come waltzing in here giving orders, or even Foster died because of you, you stupid bitch.
So yeah, if you go on Twitter and you look it up, I put my thumb next to it for comparison.
I don't like me much.
So you can see my thumb next to the stone, and you can see how the size of it. It's a pretty good size.
I can fix this. I can bring him back.
I don't know how you hope to achieve that, little miss, but I suggest you start your efforts by laying back down. Loss of motor skills is common even for experienced long haulers, which I suspect you are not.
I suppose you had a long time to mull things over. Nothing I can say will change your mind.
She looks like she's suffering from rickets. Ah, good old Benadryl. Let's see, I guess I'll go this way. Oh, wow, yeah.
He? Oh, you mean the cube? Yes, I had a very good look at that while you were asleep.
Red normally means locked, doesn't it?
Disappointment. Nothing suggests any sentience. No interface to access the thing, nor any reason to...
Well, if you see, I may end up leaving about a half hour before, or not too long into this. So if I do,
we wouldn't have had to come here.
You will know why. I'm warning you ahead of schedule. My wife and son went to go do grocery shopping, so they might need some help with groceries, bringing them up.
I'm not the only one.
So when you hear the phone ring, yeah.
I can work with that.
Not hope.
That's why I put the thumbnail in there for my thumb in there for perspective. That is 5 to 6 millimeters in size.
I suspect staying wasn't even.
And it's funny because I have been exhausted, and I know you've heard me talk about how, oh, I didn't broadcast this day because I was tired. I didn't broadcast this day because I was tired.
That'll work too.
And I'm thinking it's because that thing has just been, you know, just slowly, you know, it causes infections when it sits there. So I'm just, you know, kind of, I think it was just kind of making me sick and tired and cranky. And so, and it's funny how I have felt like $1,000,000 since it's been out. Like I've been awake and alert and energy, and, you know, so all that stuff's pretty good. I assume we're N. London, I think, is the computer talking to us. Yeah, it was not fun. They never are when they get that big. They all feel like going through pregnancy at that point. No, that's the thing. Like, you know, you feel sore for about the first half hour or so after it, but then it goes away, and it's like all of a sudden you're like, it's like a relief. Because all of a sudden it's like, oh man, you know, no pain. It's like you go from having terrible pain to nothing.
I need a suit.
So yeah, it's like I feel like a totally different person. Like, and it sucked because yesterday I was like, huh. You know, that's the thing, is like when I went and like yesterday, went to the movies, and I felt a little sore Friday night, and I felt sore into Saturday morning, and we had to go to the movies yesterday. We had tickets we had bought for the new Kingsman movie, which was It wasn't as good as the first one, I thought. Anyways, I had tickets for the new Kingsman movie, and I'm going to move my camera just a little bit, and hopefully it stops chopping my head off.
Can you see any structures on the planet?
You're looking at it. It's all one big structure, planet-wide. No palace.
No, this is getting worse rather than better, huh?
Corporate state's illegitimate mining project from the pre-requisition rush. That would explain the heavy clouding measures. The planet is most likely depleted of all resources. An empty shell. Hope the old man didn't pay too much for the coordinates.
You have no idea. Just get me down there. I'll go see.
Well, someday the camera will find me and start tracking me properly. Huh. That's weird. It might be that I didn't wait long enough for it to change the game before I started broadcasting. I've had that happen where I change the name, but it doesn't. Sometimes it'll send the tweet out and I start broadcasting before it's finalized the change in Twitch or whatever, so it happens. Now, here's the question I have. All my audio sounds good, and am I sounding louder than the game?
I'm enabling the suit's assist mode to compensate for your inexperience.
Well, I'm going to assume I can't fall down there. Huh.
There's something here. This must be some sort of release mechanism. Did you hear that? It's definitely doing something.
Okay, something's over here too. Okay, I just want to make sure because I found the settings finally to turn down the game audio on the capture, so that should fix that. And I figured out where my static was coming from. It's occasionally my Bluetooth or my Wi-Fi starts sending a signal, and it's causing feedback in my laptop. And I think because of that feedback, that's where that static comes from.
Look, there's an opening down there. Too far to jump though.
The suit will soften your landing if charged sufficiently.
And if not?
It will stop you from leaping. The suit reads your intentions from your synaptic activity and receives commands from your voice or eye movements. A bit archaic, but Foster trusted that suit with his life.
Cutting edge doesn't go well with space travel. The journey here alone made the suit an antique.
It's not the suit's performance that worries me.
All right.
Falling apart. It all looks strangely warped. I wonder how long it's been here.
A composite like that should last forever, but it all looks ready to crumble.
It must be ancient.
Alright, so... That looks a little suspect in between there, doesn't it? Yep. Huh, I can't walk over there. Okay, can't do anything with those. Huh. Well, now I'm kind of confused as to where I can go. I can't go down. Oh, yeah, here we go. I didn't see that before.
for humans. It's not just a machine mine.
Most digs have a basic infrastructure if human presence should be needed. Probably also rudimentary living quarters. Doesn't mean anyone was ever here, though.
Gramps believed the place to be untouched by humans. A palace built by long-lost technology, patiently awaiting its first human inhabitants. And you figure this is no more than a bootleg mining operation. I appreciate the contrast.
I generally lean towards plausible explanations. Your grandfather, well, everything he believed in, he made up himself.
I don't know about that. He had the coordinates right.
Look around you. This obviously isn't a palace.
Your man might have gotten some aesthetic details wrong. He wasn't the kind of person who'd risk everything without some kind of proof.
I really wouldn't get my hopes up.
How do I turn down the volume on the commentary track?
You are overconfident. Immature people often are. You should be taking notes every time I open my mouth.
Okay. That's a dead end over there. That looks like a dead end. It'll just taking me back to where I was before. So, we'll try this way. The problem is I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going.
Slippery. What exactly are these structures then? Have you seen others like them since you're such an expert?
I've had my fair share of hauls based on wild speculation. It doesn't matter if it comes from desperate need or delusions of grandeur. There's never anything there but bitter disappointment.
Was this with Foster?
Before Foster.
I got the feeling you two have been together for ages.
I've been crisscrossing the spur for 1,000 years. Foster was with me for a century and a half.
Okay. Let's see. I think both of those lead me to nowhere. Yeah, I didn't think about it. This place looks like it's falling apart.
If you've only been with Foster for a century and a half, you hardly knew him at all. I mean, we've been traveling together for a century, and we only just met.
100-year haul is quite the extreme. Foster's longest was 16. I knew him plenty.
He trusted you, and said that I could too, that you would help me.
Foster didn't leave me much choice.
Okay.
You don't mess up a job for your grandfather and then team up with the person you were sent out to get in the first place.
You could have just handed me back.
You really are naive.
I think you're doing this because you believe there's a chance to get your friend back.
You're so caught up in your homemade religion that you're oblivious to common sense. I warned Foster about you resourcefuls. Best not to deal with your kind.
Why did you then? Get involved, I mean.
Foster disagreed. And gold makes for a powerful argument.
Okay. Well, I think I'm on the right direction.
There must be a way inside down there. That looks like some kind of landing bay.
It looks like nothing of the sort.
You know, you're nothing like I expected from a friend of Foster's. Such an odd team.
An old rescue vessel from the Requisition and a man without a past. None of our marks knew what hit them. And then we were gone. The stuff we pulled off. You wouldn't believe it.
I believe it. I was one of your jobs.
A thieving rich kid with a gambling problem hardly qualifies. I got the brief. Not much of an extraction, really. No one giving a shit about you where you dug down. Only challenge Foster could see was that your grandfather wanted you to willingly hand back whatever it was you stole from him.
You're wrong about everything. Even Foster.
I seriously doubt that I am. He was good, Foster. Always had his eye on the ball. You may think you knew him, that he felt sorry for you, but he would never let that happen. I don't know what went wrong that night, why Foster died, but I'm sure you don't understand much of it either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to threaten your romance.
Cute.
Okay.
Finally, something.
Looks like we're getting somewhere for a change.
It's stuck. I need some force. Does the gun pack any punch? Wow. I like it.
I'm taking the gun offline to preserve energy.
Turning off the gun to preserve energy.
Are you getting all this?
I'm with you.
He was right. It all looks completely untouched.
Yep, that's what they want to do. Give us a gun, take it away. Fancy palace, though. Funny thing is, I have no idea why we're here. I really don't have any idea what we're here for. We've been... I know I've got an idea that we've been in cryostasis for 100 years on some sort of trip. But no real explanation as to why. Thought that might be an elevator.
You were right about the palace. What's the plan now?
We get
Oh man, why is it every time they want to talk to me or do something, it's like the game makes me just slow to a walking crawl.
Would that be the soul sucker?
I'll know it when I see it.
Even if you did find the thing, this place is dead. What mythic technology might be here is now useless.
We just need to power her up. Tell her that we're here. I can feel this is going to work out.
Well, that's famous last words, huh?
Hello? Anyone home? I'm moving down. There must be some sort of power below the halls. Anyone home? Anyone home?
Shouting. Is that your plan?
Well, do you have a better one, dude? I see a mirror.
Hello?
I think it's a mirror.
I recognize these. They look like the stone faces at the gates between the garden terraces. Maybe it's a door of some sort. We called them gatekeepers. They were supposed to make us ponder if we were worthy to pass.
You're not getting through without power, and this place is dead.
Okay, so we need to figure out where the power switch is. A funky goblet.
Look at that. It's a voice.
It looks like a tuning fork.
Yes, obviously. The resourcefuls call them voices. Strike them and let the true tone interfere to find clarity and enlightenment.
Ah, of course.
What does that mean?
The suit detects a pattern to the sound, and the decryption is kicking in.
Okay, that's a mirror. That's a door. There is a TV on in the background. I'm broadcasting from my computer in the living room, so I've tried to put everything in a way that it doesn't pick that stuff up, but you might briefly hear a game in the background that the other people are watching, although no one else is here right now. I guess I could go turn it off, but...
I bet that's an activation mechanism for the door.
This is meaningless. Foster is dead. Some things just cannot be undone. Think about it. If you could capture the souls of the dead in a cube, and then bring the person back to life, surely it would be a huge industry.
Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't pick up, but you might hear some of it in the background. It's just if I'm going to broadcast in the afternoon from my computer, it's just something we have to deal with.
Resourcefuls are too far removed from reality to make sense.
And like I said, I try to position the mic enough that it's not too much and the TV gets turned down, but again, it's part of broadcasting in the afternoon.
No, even before that, my genes Grant spent centuries creating his resourcefuls, carefully picking potential from the gene pool. We were created to come here, and this feels very real to me.
Well, I keep descending.
Now, these I know. We had rings exactly like them in the gardens.
The suit detects a small gravity charge inside the scepter.
Perhaps it can power the big door. The pedestal looks like the activation mechanism.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, what's the higher meaning of keeping scepters displayed inside huge rings made of gold? It does seem a bit much, even if you are filthy rich.
The rings were not for show. They are part of our training.
Oh, and you do what exactly? Step inside and feel wealthy?
Not quite. The rings spin up, and the challenge is to get out in one piece. At first, staying in there is the only sane thing to do. But as the hunger comes, the rhythm of the spinning starts to sink in. At some point, you realize that starving eats away at your chance of making it out. Then the leap. No, wait too long.
Okay.
Right. You almost had me going there for a while.
Somewhere around here are those stairs that go back up. I may have to go up the other side. Well, is this what you've been expecting out of the game Echo? Me doing a lot of walking around and not much happening? Because so far I'm kind of bored.
You were heading for the big door. Perhaps I should pin it to your HUD.
Yeah, I'm working on getting there, big boy. Because right now, you know what's going to happen is right when I start to get some good stuff, that phone's going to ring, and I'm going to end up having to go help with groceries. And that's probably going to be it for an hour or so.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed that there were no other exits from this pit than the big door. How I hope the scepter will magically make it open.
It will work.
Must be nice always feeling that the world will act in your favor. It doesn't, though. My guess is that you will learn this momentarily.
Now, let's see.
Nothing. What a shock. Looks like you might be joining Foster after all, just not the way you imagined.
I don't get it. What Gramps did to hundreds of resourcefuls for this. I saw it the day I came to you. The subject lies down on a marble surface with a strange silver pattern. And the silver unfolds, pierces the skin, and slithers inside. In about half an hour, it consumes everything. And all that remains is an empty slab of marble and...
Well, that sounds kind of gross.
He called it the translation.
So somebody lays down on a slab and it turns them into people, and turns the people into cubes.
We said it 1,000 times, never realizing. I didn't catch Foster's soul in a magical cube. He was dying, and I translated him.
You killed him. The fact that your grandfather did unspeakable things doesn't prove he was right. That Foster can come back, that's insane.
It was the only chance we had, and believe me, I'm good at chances. I gamble for a living, remember? So I stayed alive all these years after leaving the gardens.
Well, this time it didn't pan out. Look at you now.
You think I'm giving up?
Huh. Well now. Oh hey. More empty palace.
Do you see that? The dim glow.
The activation of the door must have triggered a chemiluminescent. Not uncommon for evacuation purposes.
Okay, so not that way. This way?
This place is huge. This hallway alone could easily house all the resources that ever were.
You finding anything here without coordinates would be a miracle. I compared the quarters you're in now with the overall structure of the planet. The palace is everywhere, all the way to the core. Huge sectors separated by the outside structures you were in.
Well, we're not jumping down there.
I'm getting some local increases in energy emission.
Know what it is?
Can't tell. It's not radiation. One of them is close to your location. I'll pin it to your
Please do. Yeah, so far this truly is Walking Simulator 2017. So far I'm not getting a keen feeling for my $22.49.
I've got to give it to him, the old man. This place is spectacular.
Nothing but an infinite palace would suffice for you resourcefuls.
I wish you'd stop calling me resourceful.
It's what you are.
I had the training, but I never bought into Gramps' vision. I never wanted any of this.
Yet here you are.
I was 6 the first time I ran away. I hiked for weeks to see what was beyond the gardens. When I finally reached the wall, Gramps was there waiting for me. There's nothing out there but people living like animals, fighting to please their immediate needs and desires. They have no ambition, no perspective. Why fight to get the best out of the little time you have on Earth when you could be fighting to have much more? He went on about the wonders he had already lost me. All I could hear was the blood rushing in my veins. I wanted that.
Yeah,
To fight
I
for
bought
the
that one
here
too, and I
and
wasn't
now.
real happy about it.
I decided that I would do whatever it took to make that happen. So I went back with him to follow the train.
Also,
to
it
where
doesn't
I
help
needed
when all of
to
a sudden
go.
I get stopped into a slow crawl walk
He called me his
whenever this
pal.
guy starts talking to me.
Before the turn, I ran, just shy of 15. I've been out for 7 years now. Not really what you'd call a running away from home excursion.
Not really, no.
London, you've got to believe me. Foster was a bloody mess and wouldn't have made it out alive. None of us would if I tried to escape with him like that.
He gave you the lighter, so he must have wanted me to take you here. But he would never buy into your grandfather's delusions. It's so far-fetched it almost makes me sick.
But yeah, I bought Everyone Goes One to the Rapture, and
Is that a throne? No.
okay.
This must be it.
Alright, weird things are starting to pick up now. Oh, man.
It looks exactly like the thing that made the cube.
Something's not right. I'm picking up a whole load of anomalies.
Okay.
London? Foster?
Oh, and then it crashed. Well, that was great. Well, let's see where it left us.
Foster? Are you doing this?
Ben, I thought I lost you. Massive power surges are blazing through the outside structures. And the gravity clouding nearly tore me apart.
She's waking up.
More like malfunctioning. If those reaction veins cross... Wait, what's that? Something's wrong with your HUD.
I think it's the cube telling me where to go. It happened when I put it on my back.
Unlikely. The suit is hard-coded and all blocks capped to the minimum. No room for adding to or altering the code.
Okay.
See that? The suit's being enabled to interface with the palace. Maybe it's Foster trying to help.
Foster was many things, but not a systems physicist.
Why are you still denying that we have a chance? Everything around us is a marvel.
Everything around you is critically unstable. I think the whole place is malfunctioning. You should be getting out of there.
Look, I got a new waypoint, and it's a lot closer.
Okay.
Not that way, evidently.
Huh. Okay, maybe that way. That door is glowy. Yeah, I think it did save my progress. It actually saved it so I got the achievement too, so that was something.
Look at that. Did you see that? It charged my suit.
I don't know what sort of holographic phenomenon that was, but it was extremely compatible with the dual retention system of your suit.
Not there.
Look, there are more of them.
Power for your suit won't be a problem. The outside of the palace sectors burn red hot, but even inside the walls and floors I read a build-up of gravity charge.
Why would anyone need power on a scale like that?
I hope it's not part of the malfunction. Overcharging would be catastrophic.
Always seeing the bright side.
That was scary.
This is bad, N. The palace system's shut down, but it's still charging. The joule mass is nearing the Dirac charge limit.
That felt horrible. I couldn't move.
It was a massive energy discharge. It must have made your suit brace.
The lights have stabilized.
The discharge kicked in system processes planet-wide, but it's producing a lot more energy than needed. Building up charge again.
Okay.
Another discharge.
There's air now. How is that possible?
I don't know. The chemical composition of the environment was altered in the blink of an eye. That must have been what the energy buildup was for.
Okay, that thing's gonna turn off again and turn back on again.
What the... Flowers? They weren't here before the blackout, right?
No, they were not.
I guess it's part of the welcoming package. What's that?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, there are more of them. Everything is so neat. Weird how it scatters these chunks all over.
Okay, this isn't getting...
What? This one moves.
Worse, it's alive. The sphere appears when humans or animals are detected in close proximity, but this...
Alright, this isn't weird or creepy at all. Okay, those things are getting bigger.
What are they? It can't be Foster, right? I mean, the palace did try to read the cube and then malfunctioned. This can't be the palace attempting to bring him back, right?
No matter the intent, that's not Foster. It's not sentient.
Okay.
What does that mean? I get color now.
The suit senses a threat. Yellow means that you might be noticed. Red means you're targeted.
Oh, shit. Huh.
They'll be walking soon. Are you still sure this is a good idea?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. See, what did I tell you? Right as it was gonna get good. Yep. On your way home? Alright. I'll be down in just a couple minutes. You go to Ralph's or... No, you went to Target, right? It's fine. Alright, I'll be down in a few minutes. Alright, love you. Bye. Alright, well, we have probably about two... Oh.
I don't know what's most absurd. The palace populating itself with these grotesque hostiles, or you charging on like you'll be able to survive when they're fully evolved.
I never expected this to be easy.
I'm just trying to see if I can get to my location before... Alright, well there's a save, so I think we'll go ahead and call it for now. Yep. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. That's weird. Oh, there we go. And we'll see about coming back later on tonight and playing something. If we don't play this, we'll play something else. And since I'm set up over on the computer, I might try to do some Far Cry 4 later as well to try to pick up on that little thread that I haven't played in months. So, anyways, I do like how the menu is all based on your movement. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll be back later.